All right, we're back again for number 7. Wow, session 7 already. Seems like just yesterday. Um, can anybody let me know what happened last time? Probably not Andy, because he seems to do it every time. Don't everybody jump in at once.
Yeah, we're in a cave.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Killing fungi.
Why would you kill the fun guy? I mean, he seems like he's pretty fun, so. Bad jokes. Anything else going on last time?
I'm trying to get it out, and then the big boys smacked us a little bit because we were trying to get the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we stopped as we were trying to get some crystals and leave.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty close. All right, so you guys are here. Oops, I need to activate it. Here we go. Here in the lovely caverns here. As you said last time, you guys kind of came through here, traveling through here, over a bridge that was kind of rickety into this main set of gallery of caverns that was just filled to the brim with fungus of various types, including the sentient bipedal kind and the huge shambling kind that came and tried to kill you. Couple things to note: when we last left off, you guys were starting to try to excavate or mine some of these crystals. Andal had just looked over towards this side to see if there was anything else he could see, and he just noticed that the fungus sort of tapers off, and as it continues to go up, gradually the tunnel gradually rises. Let's see, a couple little things. Silva, I fixed your Artificer stuff and gave you a second level. I don't know why you didn't do it the last time. Shocked that you survived, given the fact that you didn't have all your hit points like you were supposed to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, what are you guys doing? Oh, well, let me remind you of what you are seeing around here real quick. This long gallery of chambers is full of fungus growing thickly around the light-emitting crystals. There is a rather large set of crystals that originally is where the massive shambling mass came from. And other than that, you guys have seen the whole thing. So what do you want to do?
Well, I want to keep excavating these crystals.
All right. Well, so everybody who's excavating crystals, give me a dexterity check. So roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. Just an ability check.
Whoops, I rolled it just normal d20. Hold up. What's my dexterity? I should have a 8.
Okay. Silva still hasn't run hers, but
I'm trying to do it. Give me a second.
Oh, also I should probably unpause the game. That might help too.
I would agree. That'd be very helpful.
I am not hearing the audio again.
I hear the audio.
I'm hearing it.
Something is not quite. Yeah, it's here. Oh, right. I don't hear it through my headphones because it's
in the thing.
Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not hearing it through the desktop audio, which is where I should be hearing it from. 1 second. Ah, there's why. I was playing a video game before this. And my guess is I'm not going to hear this now. One of you has some pretty bad feedback. You might want to mute.
Not me, because I have myself muted on my mic.
I think it's Brian, actually, but it's hard to say.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think it is you. Try muting yourself
Okay.
real quick. Yeah, it goes away when you mute. Oh, wait. Are you muted still? No, Andy, mute.
Yeah,
Everybody mute. Just everybody mute. Okay. Brian, unmute.
Hello.
It takes a while for your thing to stop. Andy, unmute.
What's up?
Yeah, you've got some pretty bad
I
feedback.
bet it's just like air conditioner or something.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh, is it
I'm hearing something through your thing.
It's the freaking humidifier in the back of my room.
I see.
It sounds like
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's the humidifier in the back of my room. I can't turn that off.
I see.
I have no idea how to even manipulate that thing, and I'm not touching it.
I see. Oops.
It should turn off soon because it only turns on for like 20 minutes at a time and then turns off for multiple hours, so it should go away.
Let me bring it.
But I'll mute and unmute so that way we don't have to deal with it.
Yeah. Oh well, I think I've screwed this up because I started this off. Oh wait. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not getting. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not getting the audio from the thing again, but. Oh, now I just got something. There we go. Now it's going through. It goes through for a little bit and then it stops. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll have to figure out the audio thing later, one of these days. All right. So Andal, you try to chip off some of the stuff around the crystal, and you just break one of the crystals off, and it falls to the floor. Morgoth, you run into a similar kind of issue where it just, again, your attempt, you like literally spend 35, 40 minutes, and then you break it. Silva, however, you are able to get a cluster of 5 of them off the wall.
5. Okay.
I'm gonna try again.
Oh, okay, so you guys have spent an hour doing this. Do you wish to spend more time?
1 more hour.
Are we gonna try to do the big one?
You can
That's
if you'd
what I'm
like.
working on.
Well, you sure you want to work on that one, given the fact you just broke a small one?
Please don't break the big one.
Yeah, please don't break the big one.
Maybe
It's fine, I got this.
Maybe somebody who's a bit more dexterous should be doing it.
I have good decks. I just rolled a 1.
I know. I'm not saying you have bad decks. I'm just saying.
Me and Silva both have a +2, Andal has a +3.
Yeah, and I rolled a 1.
All
What
right.
specifically are these gems called again?
These are called hyacintho. I gave them a name since last
He gets what to say. He gave him a name because last time he called them purple crystals.
Yes, they are hyacintho crystals.
How do you spell that?
Hyacinth.
Hyacinth with
Oh.
an O.
Hyacinth. with an
Actually,
O.
hyacintho is actually violet in Latin, so
Hey, we're out here
that's why I chose it.
Okay.
flexing on the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Got 5. Cool. All right. I will try and work on maybe me and
I think me and Silva should work on.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's
going
what
to
I
take
was
two
both
of you
work
to
on the
get
big
that
one.
big one out.
Yeah, I think me
We'll,
and
we'll work on the big one.
All right.
yeah,
I'll try to roll better than at least 3.
that would be wonderful.
Well, all right. So you guys spend the next hour together, kind of chipping around it. Give me another dexterity check.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Andal,
know
you're
what?
doing great.
I gave you a better number. I tried.
Cole, are you still trying another one? Just some of the smaller ones?
Sure.
All right.
See, he's out here.
All right. Cole, you're able to get another, over the next hour, you're able to get another cluster of those 5 off. Silva
Ryan, can you
and
just add those to yours?
Andal,
Okay.
or Andal, you guys are, you get it out, but you have definitely broken part of it.
Damn.
So you're not sure if, it still glows slightly, but it's not like if you Silva, you're pretty sure if you'd gotten it out cleanly, this would be worth more than what it's going to be now that you
Yeah.
didn't get it out cleanly.
Yeah, probably. Ah, well.
I mean, it's still a large crystal, so it's not like.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, instead of being able to use for large lamps as a crystal, they'll probably going to have to powderize it. And there'll be a lot of powder, which is also good, but at the same time.
Oh well, we got 10 small ones that are pretty good, and then we got the tarnished big ones, so it's probably fine. We can always come back and get more.
Yeah.
All
This
right.
could be our little gold mine that we use.
You know, we're just
Never
gonna
need
skip the rest of
money.
the adventure, and we're just gonna be these miners now.
Yeah, we're miners.
Yeah.
Mining has issues though too. I mean, all right. So what are you guys doing? You've got the lock.
Oh, wait.
You can fit.
Let's move on.
You can fit.
I.
You can fit the 10 small ones into the lockbox, into the box, the chest, but the big ones aren't going to fit in there. just too big.
What's the plan then?
Yep.
Would they fit in a backpack that we might be having?
I mean, yeah, if you take some stuff out of it. I mean, they're easily, each of those big crystals is like 1.5 feet across. They're huge.
You got some rope?
Yeah, can we kind of just strap it on?
You can try to strap it on. Sure. I mean, you can try.
Extra
Maybe.
armor?
You strap it on there. Whoever does the strapping, give me a dexterity check. I guess to see how well you tie it on there. Maybe
We have shown ourselves to be wildly inconsistent.
that is very true.
I'll do it.
I was going to say, who's doing it? Am I doing it?
Yeah, who's doing it? It's certainly not the GM, and Halton's certainly not doing it.
Oh, come on.
We've already established. All right. Well, it's attached to a backpack.
Okay.
God bless.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Let's keep moving.
Are we all look at it like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You look at it. It's definitely secured on there.
It's
Should we
good.
take a short rest first before we start getting whacked by things again?
You can if you'd like. No, because you were mining, that did not count as a short rest. So
Yes,
you can
that's
Yeah.
why I was like, should we
take
take
a short
one?
rest if you want.
Yeah, I think we can do that. Are you guys like hurt or something?
Yeah.
Well, if you move yourself
I
over,
mean,
you'll see that we're all
we're-
in the orange.
Where? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know where the hell I'm at.
You're over
On
here.
the map.
You're right.
Where the light's flickering, you're
To the
just on
north.
the edge to the.
Yeah, but I can't see my actual character.
Oh my god! You're right here.
Oh my goodness, I see myself now.
I mean, you
Freaking
could just
idiot.
mine while we sleep.
All right.
Okay.
Are we doing a short rest?
Yeah,
be
let's do
nice.
a short rest for them.
All right.
It would be nice if we did a short rest.
Okay. Well then, we're on the short rest. Alton gets back 4.
I got about 6. That's good enough.
He's gonna do one more. He's gonna use his other one too. Which gives back. All right, that's good. He's back to maximum. So rest is done for Halton.
I'm only 1 off of max. So I'm gonna save my other hit die.
All right,
We're still level 2, right?
you are level 2.
Yes.
You
Making sure I
didn't.
miss
You didn't go from level 2 to level 3 in one session. No.
I was just making sure because I couldn't remember when we leveled up.
Well, not yet. So, what you doing now? You guys rest for an hour. Although I should really make sure that the rest is not interrupted. Yeah, you rest for an hour. Everything's fine. What are you doing
All
next?
right, I will. I look at the box. It looks like those big crystals definitely won't fall off of that box. It'll be great.
Well,
We're
no.
definitely not
He did them to a backpack.
Even better. They definitely won't fall.
Mhm.
All right, let's. I will stealth and scout ahead.
All right.
We'll just continue along this path I found.
Okay.
Roll my stealth. Thank God I didn't roll a 4 again.
All right. You start moving forward. Go ahead and start moving yourself. Note that at a certain point you can't see because the
Yeah, no, I want
Morgoth has to move with you.
Morgoth has to move.
Hold on a second. Let me check something real quick while you're moving Morgoth. Okay, so during that time, Morgoth, you will have to have used 2 more torches because they only burn for an hour. And you guys were there for 3 hours, so use 2 more torches.
Oops, don't place the measure template. That's not what I wanted. There we go.
And then you'll be starting on a 3rd one as you guys start taking off.
It'd be super cool if we had that lamp, but whatever.
Well, it kind of fell off into the darkness. If you'd like to go try to climb down there, you could try to find
We
Let's
dropped it like 2 seconds after we got it.
it. It's not my
let's
fault.
not die for this stupid thing.
All right, so what are we doing? Andal currently cannot see very well. It's very dark up here. What are you guys doing?
I moved up.
You guys start moving forward. Halton comes up behind you guys. He's kind of staying up with you. All right. Andal continues up.
Oh, we've reached there's no wall there.
Yep.
Does it just falls into the gorge?
Yep. So you reach here. The eastern side of the cavern wall falls away as you enter a large cavern, half of which is a chasm. So that's the chasm to the side. You can feel a warm breeze from below. Something flitters in the darkness overhead, and everybody should give me an initiative check right now.
This is great.
As I add you all. Where's Silva go?
Right?
He's behind Halton.
He's
Am I
like on
in
top of
Halton?
Halton. Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Whatever.
All right.
There's no really good place to put yourself if you're going to be on Halton.
All right. So we will attach you guys all to this, and then what the heck? Why did they not all go into combat? There we go. Okay, you guys should be here.
Whoa! I think I rolled a max initiative. No, I didn't. I got a 19.
And I will roll the NPCs.
Oh, those are new ones.
What are new ones?
The picture-looking thing.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, and yeah, you can hear something go off in the flutter in the darkness. They are going to get 1 round because they can, because they're dark. They're very dark, so it's hard to tell.
Surprise attack.
Well, plus you're also right on top of one of them. So, Silva, I'm going to move you back one. Where did it go? Oh no, Silva is on the thing. Where's? All right, there's another one here somewhere, and I cannot see him. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's
If you
because
can't see him, then he doesn't exist.
he exists,
And therefore we don't have to fight him.
That's because Andal's on top of him. That's why. There we go.
If you can't see it, it doesn't exist, and
There we
therefore
go.
we don't have to fight it.
Okay, so I'm going to have them go first here real quick as this one right here. So we're going to begin combat. This guy gets to go first. So boom, 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 bump. He does the following. So this strange kind of stalagmite kind of thing on the ceiling drops down on top of right near Andal and Morgoth, and it tries to do this. Also, I have to say that you guys can't really see it very well because Morgoth's torch suddenly doesn't get extinguished, but the light from it just does almost nothing. So let me modify that. Do your torch is now 5 and 0, like that. As something drops down next to you, and it tries to hit Andal. So it's going to do this thing. So it does that. It's going to try to crush you. It attacks with a normal attack, and it gets a 19 or 24. So it definitely hits Andal. All right. So
Oh, I can impose disadvantage. Disadvantage.
No, because you can't see it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, literally, you can't see it. All of you are in magical darkness right now. So
Okay.
you all have disadvantage on things to go against it. So you're going to have damage of the following on Andal. You're going to take 8 points of damage, and you need to give me a strength saving throw.
Change the number?
What?
It won't let me change my freaking HP number.
you seem to be the only one that has these problems, and you just set it to 0, by the way.
I realize that.
You're dead.
What is going on?
You're dead.
You literally are the only one that
On
ever
my
has
screen, it shows 10, but I can't select the number.
because it's no number in there. You just type in a number.
Yeah, but when I type, it doesn't do anything. Oh wait, I turned the number lock off. That's why.
You're an idiot.
Did the wrong key.
Yeah.
All right, there we
Big
go.
smart.
Oh
Now I
my
need to roll a strength saving throw.
Yes, a strength saving throw. DC 13. What
That's
a-
BS.
All
That
right,
was going to be
so
an 18.
You are the thing attaches to you. So basically, something drops from the ceiling. Darkness comes all around you. Why did Silva just move?
Did I?
Yes,
Pressing
something drops from the
WASD
thing,
moves.
and covers your head and starts wrapping around you. All right,
That's disrespectful.
and then you guys hear in the darkness another like sort of a fluttering. This thing does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another one drops onto Morgoth and tries to do the same thing. But it is unable
He
to do
sucks,
it, so it'll
so.
drop back one. So something drops next to you, Morgoth. Again, it's really dark here, so you guys barely can tell. All right, start of the round. Morgoth.
Oh yeah, baby. Can I like swing in the dark?
Yes, but you have disadvantage on the attack.
Okay.
Which one do you want to swing at?
The one that tried to attack me.
Okay, I've got to move this one onto Andal because that's where it lands on top of him. So, 16 does hit.
How do you do the point thing again? Is it hold X?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. Max damage.
And you do 11 points of damage. So you blindly swing out with that sword, and you feel it contact with something. I don't know. It almost feels like you're cutting through leather, but you hear a coming from it as well. So you definitely hit something that seems to be real. All right. Anything else? Did you want to try to do anything else?
I clicked and turn button.
No, okay. I moved it back because I wasn't sure. All right, so Halton hears Andal struggling with something next to him. So he kind of reaches out to try to grab it and feels something. He's like, "Oh my god, why are you so slimy?"
It's not me.
And so then he
I'm
pulls out.
getting attacked by a
He
face.
pulls out a
already.
dagger. So a couple things about things. You can, as part of your attack, you can pull out a weapon. And you have a free action interaction with one object per round. So you can drop and as part of your action pull out another weapon and use it. But to pick up a weapon off the floor is a free action as long as it's the first one. If you try to do a second one, then no, you can't. That becomes an action. Got it? So that's changed how we've been doing certain things. That's the first thing that's changing. Second thing that's changing is ones just mean that you're in essence going to lose your next turn to resolve the fact that you dropped the weapon or it's stuck in something or something like that. That's instead of hurting somebody, because I just been thinking about it and that just seems stupid to let somebody get hit just because you happen to roll a bad roll. However, natural weapons won't have that problem because they're natural. But anyway, Halton pulls out a dagger and he attempts to attack the creature. Even have a dagger? He doesn't even have a dagger. Well, he's going to have one now because he should have had one. Just dumb. Second dag. Clearly. All right. So he pulls out a dagger. He's proficient in, by the way, and equipped. And let me make sure that it is correct. And he attacks. And he gets a 13, which is enough to hit it. All right, so then he does damage, which is going to be 5 points of damage. Nicely done to this one here. Why can I not? No, I can't do. Oops, that was not right. Oh, Wait, that's the wrong. Oh, dang it. I have to make a modification. These things are stupid. This thing was doing stupid things a while back. It's not. Oh, it shouldn't be linking actor here. Am I? Oh, I did the wrong one last time. The Morgoth had a different one. All right, so there we go. Halton, that's all he does. Andal. So if you are currently
Being face hugged.
you're currently being face hugged. While attached to a creature can detach the dark mantle by making a successful strength check as an action. But since it's engulfed your head, you are blinded and unable to breathe while the dark mantle is attached in this way.
I see. Well, that's not very good.
You can still move. You're not restrained or anything like that. But you basically have to, if you're going to try to pull it off your head, it's a strength check of 13.
Well, I'm going to attempt to pull it off my head then, because
right.
I don't think I can go without breathing very long, because my constitution is not very good.
No, it's 1 minute per point of Constitution modifier. So if your Constitution's plus
So
1,
mine's a +0, so no minutes.
Okay. Then I think you have. Let me check.
Is it like what, 2 rounds, and then you start dying,
Uh,
or is it just immediate suffocation?
no, it's. I think this means that I have to make you make some suffocating 183. It means that at a certain point you have to start making Constitution checks, or you start to lose fatigue rolls or something like that.
Well, Brian moved again.
183. Why does Brian keep moving?
I don't know.
Brian, stop typing.
I'm sorry.
All right, a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its Constitution modifier.
So I get 1 minute.
You get 1 minute, and then if you have a negative, then you would be 30 seconds.
Well,
Okay,
at least
and
I
then,
have a minute.
again, once you run out of breath, so after a minute, then you can survive for a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier minimum of 1 round. So then you get 1 round. And at the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 and starts dying. So you don't even get any saving throws until you drop to 0. All right.
All right, well, I'm going to do my strength check to attempt to pull the stupid thing off of my face.
Okay.
Where did it go?
It's behind you because you're selected. You are unable to pull it off of your head.
Oh, I lost connection to the thing. I didn't see what the number was.
So it was a 3.
Even better than last time. That's so good.
All right. Are you going to try to do anything else?
Is there anything else I can really even do?
I mean, you
I
can
used
move
my
if
action.
you want. You can move, but you can't see. You're currently blind, so I mean, you could move, and you could also potentially fall off into the cavern below.
I am not going to move. I'm just going to end my turn because I couldn't pull it
Okay.
off my head.
All right, Silva, you're up.
Stupid.
Oh, right. So I do have dark vision, so can I see the dude?
Yeah, because it's magical darkness. So the answer is still no.
Unless you can see through magical darkness. If your dark vision allows you to see through magical darkness, then sure.
Let's see, you are no longer poisoned or have a magical shield. There, Andal.
Is that what those were? I couldn't figure
Yes.
out what those were. I thought it was supposed to be like blinded or something.
Well, you were poisoned for an hour, but it's been well over an hour, so.
Oh.
But you are blinded. You are correct. So let me put that on there. There's the blind one. Oh, that's the wrong person.
That's right, Silva's blind.
Silva is not blinded. Andal, however, is blind.
Uh,
Anyway, your turn, Silva. What's up? What are you doing? You can hear him moving in front of you, so you can try to make an attack with disadvantage.
I'll just try and slash at him with the dagger.
All right. Nine doesn't quite do it. You hit the leather, and Andal, you feel something hit this thing that's on your head, but it doesn't seem to penetrate the hide itself.
All right. I guess that's it.
All right. Now this thing gets advantage on its attack against you, Andal, as
Yeah.
it starts trying to crush you.
Great.
But it can only attack you. And I rolled
He
double
rolled
ones.
double ones.
Wow.
He sucks.
With advantage, double
Just
ones.
trash.
All right.
He's garbage.
In this particular case, I will say that means that he loses his grip and falls off.
What a troll.
That is
He's
what I will
just
say.
bad.
It is absolute garbage.
All right.
He's
That's
awful.
terrible, but okay.
I'm too good.
The
He
next one
sucks.
flies around and tries to drop again on Morgoth. So here we
You
go.
can
Am I no
see.
longer blind now?
You are no longer blinded.
Where's conditions? I can turn it off myself.
Um,
There, I turned it off. Let's go.
all right, here we
All
go.
part of the plan.
Here we go, Morgoth. This one is going to attack you. Normal attack. It gets a 12,
That's a
so
miss.
this one again misses, so it falls back to where it was. All right, Morgoth, you are up.
I'm gonna swing at this guy again.
All right. Disadvantage, 15 is still good enough.
Ah.
You slash into it pretty strongly and sever part of the tentacles that are on it, and it screeches. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nah.
Okay. Halton can't get to that dark mantle now because can he? Yeah, he can. He can move over in front of Silva and use his dagger on it like he was doing before. So he swings his dagger again instead of doing anything else. Oh, wait. No, he's going to miss it. I forgot to do disadvantage, but he misses. 7 would have missed, so it's still fine. Andal, you're up. You sort of hear the thing kind of in front of you and to the left, but it's hard to tell exactly what it
It's
is.
going to die.
All right.
Why would you ever do that? That's disrespectful. Where's the thing? Disadvantage.
You got a 15. That still bites into it.
You're just
That
bad.
short sword bites into it, and you hear it screech a bit. Silva, you're up.
All right. I will shoot it with a gun.
Well, you have disadvantage, so good luck.
But he's still going to shoot it with a gun.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand. I understand that. Technically, you are base to base. I was looking at this, but you still.
Oh, am I?
Either way, you'd have disadvantage. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
9, it goes wide. You
Dang it.
guys get momentarily deafened by this loud bang report of something, and then it goes wide.
We're all going to get
You don't hear
tinnitus
it
before
anything.
this ends.
Remember, do you want to use a bonus action to reload?
Yes, that's what I will do.
Okay. This dark mantle really has a thing for Andal, so it's going to try to do it again. It's going to try to get on your face again. These are face huggers. Doesn't
they're-
have, and it rolls a 1 again.
He sucks.
Wow, it's pretty terrible.
This is the
He
worst.
tries to grab himself.
Okay.
Crushes himself. That's
However,
what he
the
does.
other one, Morgoth, you hear it kind of flutter away, so you can try to make an attack of opportunity with
I got
disadvantage.
this. Yeah.
You do actually hit it as it's trying to get away.
Yeah.
And you hear it start to flutter, and then you hear something hit the ground and then tumble. And then you don't hear it anymore.
It's dead.
Kid's trash.
What a scrub.
All
You're
right.
just bad.
And Morgoth, you're up. You can hear
All
something
right.
moving kind of close to you, but you're not exactly sure where.
Swinging time.
And with disadvantage.
Swinging time, come on, kids, it's swinging time.
Yeah, you hit it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You swing at it, and how do you want to finish the fight?
I want to chop it in half.
All right, so you bring your blade down and you feel it bite into something, and you hear a horrible kind of, and then it ends.
Yes.
What a noob!
Do we get to see again?
Yes, actually, as it expires, your torch seems to suddenly start working again.
You see that, Brian? He's a scrub.
Hey guys, long time no see.
What a scrub! Did we get to see the little tentacle monster that ate my face?
No, because they actually both fell over the side into the cavern below.
Well, they're both lame.
They actually did. It's kind of funny.
Hee
All right.
Either way, that was disgusting.
What are you doing?
Let's keep
next?
moving.
Let us
Yeah.
move along.
All right.
Let's just keep going.
Okay. You guys continue moving forward, and Halton comes with you as soon as I'm done doing something. You guys can see, like, again, there's sort of this warm air coming up out of the cavern to your right, as you walk past it. It definitely feels similar to the air that you felt as you were passing over the bridge. So you feel that this may be the same chasm, just you're coming at it from a different spot.
Get over.
All right. You guys can keep moving if you
Let's
want.
keep going.
I don't know how useful me stealthing head really is. I don't have any freaking dark vision. I can't see.
Probably not very
crap.
useful. No.
That means
All
Morgoth
right, so
should
you guys
take
come
point, 'cause
through
he's
the tunnel.
a big boy.
You come through the tunnel, and now it starts to go back down a bit. It's starting to gradually go down.
Cool.
Okay, so Silva, you kind of come in. Well, you're not quite there yet, so I'll let you.
I was gonna move the next one down.
All right, you guys, you come into that cavern right there. That cavern vaults up a good 20 to 30 feet as you enter. Stalactites and stalagmites cover the chamber, and strange colors gleam on them in your torchlight. Your footsteps echo strangely around the chamber as you walk through it. Like before, it's been kind of a muted echo. Here, they just like. And you can see that there is a tunnel that leads off to the north and a tunnel that leads off to the west. And just a reminder, oops, north.
True.
Which way we going, boys?
Well, those spike thing. I'm not going to assume Andal's stupid. Those stalactites look really interesting. They're really shiny.
Well, these are stalagmites, but the other things are stalactites. Yes, there are some from the ceiling. I just can't use them. I don't know.
And they all have. Do they all have shiny stuff on them?
Yeah, it's kind of. Do you want to look
This
at it?
room is weird.
Do you wish to look at it?
Yes, I wish to
Looking
look
at it, it looks like it almost looks like there's an oily film on them.
Interesting.
Oil.
Like
Don't tell the U.S.
I mean, what else? What are you guys doing? I mean,
I want to
This-
go.
like
room
it's like
seems
everywhere
weird,
on
but-
all of the It's on the stalagmites and stalactites and like the columns in the room, but not on the floor necessarily, or anything like
An
that.
oily
It
substance.
seems weird. I feel like we should try to
Do
figure
we
out what it is.
have any flasks?
Well, Silva does because she carries them
Yeah.
around for.
Might we inquire on filling up a flask or two with this substance?
I guess. I'll fill a flask up with the oil or whatever it is.
Okay, so you're gonna try to scrape it into there,
Sure.
because it's like
yeah.
a thin film on the thing. Like, so give me a Constitution saving throw as you're trying to get this into there.
Lovely.
All right, you make it. You kind of feel it feels very oily as you're kind of scraping it into the thing, and you don't take any poison damage, but you start to feel a little inebriated, like you're feeling slightly drunk after you're all done with it.
Does it smell bad?
There's not really much of a smell to it. There's a slight smell, like a slight sweet smell to it, but that's about it.
Well, why don't you just top that off and let's keep going?
But you do get it into your vial. It's just it makes you feel weird. It makes you feel drunk.
All right.
That's the only weird thing about this room, like that we can see.
Seems like it.
I wonder
Other
why
than
it
the two
echoes.
tunnels. Well, it echoes
Alright, well.
because you got a 30-foot ceiling.
Ah,
The rest of it's been
Where are
about
we going?
8 feet or so.
Let's go up.
We're going
Yeah,
up,
soon.
Morgoth. Morgoth says up.
All right.
It's a dungeon.
I follow the torch.
Well, that's probably a good plan because the torch is. All right, so
Torch
you'll
is
notice.
the only reason I can see.
You'll notice as you've been going through here that the what's Silva doing here? Why do I feel like there she is? That the fungus is gone. There's no more fungus anymore. That's the first thing. The second thing is that as you're heading through up this tunnel, let me give you this. As you're heading through this long chamber, you see many formations which seem to imply water once flowed heavily through here. It is relatively dry now, and even much of the stalactites and stalagmites look as if they are dry and crumbling. But something sparkles in your torchlight as you're moving up this gallery of caverns.
I hit a wall. I hit another wall. I hit another wall.
There's an invisible wall here.
Oh, did I not fix this one? It's very possible. 1 second.
Oh,
Yeah.
the wall's gone.
Did not update these. What are you guys doing?
I want to
Moving up.
investigate the shiny thing.
All right, give me a perception check.
Do I have bonus on that? Fuck. That's not what I meant to do. Yes, I do. No, never mind. It's not a secret door. I lied.
It is not a secret door. You are correct. It looks like gold.
Shiny thing. Guys,
Gold
this is either real gold
or
or
fool?
not real gold, but I think it's real. There's gold in the. Is it in the wall?
Yeah, it's in the wall.
What, do we have a pickaxe?
Of course we do.
A
What do you think we used to
crowbar
get the
looks like a
freaking things
pickaxe.
out?
You could use a crowbar.
The crowbar looks like a pickaxe.
Or we
Let's
could
just leave this.
I think
on
we
view.
can
You don't
come
wanna
back to it
bring us
later.
back from this cave and get everybody to come in. Try to keep it our little secret.
You guys.
Maybe we could just tell them where we didn't tell a different
Li-
location.
This is literally going to be our figurative gold mine and our literal gold mine. Let's go.
Exactly.
Is it really?
If you frickin' Silva said the frickin' crystals were worth a lot of money. So
They are
Yeah.
worth a lot of money. That is true.
there's a lot of rocks up here.
Eventually, as you continue up through into there, you can see that I don't know. Yeah, you can see it kind of slowly narrows to basically a small cleft in the rock, and you are unable to proceed any further.
Could I investigate to see where the possible origin of the water was?
Sure, if you'd like. Give me
Yeah.
an investigation roll.
Investigation.
Given the fact that this whole gallery slopes back the way you came, more than likely it was an underground river or something that flowed through this cleft and, carved out this cavern itself. And it's since
Yes.
dried up, or the water table has changed and everything is dried up. So,
Do we see more shimmers, or is it only in that one area?
no, all along this gallery you see the
Okay,
the-
well maybe we should just
the
take a
gold.
hot second to just do a bit of mining. Come on.
Let's keep going. Let's get
It would
out of here.
appear that we found a gold mine. We'll have to come back here. Get some gold later.
Okay.
Maybe there's something else cool in the wall or something. We'll figure it out later.
All right, so you guys get back to that echoey chamber.
Yes, it would appear going up that way is not the way out.
Well, I mean, it takes you a good 20-25 minutes to do all that, and you can work your way back, but you continue south or north. I mean, sorry.
True.
Again,
This is south.
the whole thing is slowly kind of sloping downwards again.
Where is the torch?
Oh, it's behind
The
you.
torch is letting in the dogs.
Ah,
I don't know why the torch let the dogs out in the first place.
understandable. Have a nice day.
The human torch! Okay. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Oh, what's in here?
So looking up into there, it's just sort of a side chamber. Again, it looked like maybe at one point it might have had water, like a pool of water in it, but unfortunately, it's all pretty much dried up right now. Actually, that's not entirely true. As you get to this point, you're starting to hear some squeaks up ahead, echoey squeaks. That looks like this thing right here looks like some kind of what substance on the floor. Not sure what it is. You could go look at it and see if you could figure out what it is.
I'm gonna look at it.
Somebody should poke it with a stick.
I will look at it, investigate it.
All right, looking it over, give me an investigation check. It doesn't take you too long. You realize as you kind of put your fingers in it and kind of do some stuff with it, that's probably bat guano.
Ah, cool.
You put your finger in it?
Apparently.
Investigating it, it's not like you
I
guys
said to
are
poke it with a
rough
stick.
and tumble. I mean,
What stick is there to poke it with? We're at a
Then poke it with a
also,
rock.
at about this time is when Morgoth, you realize that I should have said this way back, but you realize that the crystal fell off in that battle last time and shattered
Oh.
on the floor.
Ah, oh
Big
well.
one.
What about just one of them?
No, the whole big one itself. He rolled a 2 on his
Oh,
security.
I thought they were like individual portions to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, they're all grown together. Like you can, a jeweler could separate them for sure. You guys didn't.
Well,
You got the
now
whole
he
clump
can't.
out, and it fell on the floor and smashed. I should have mentioned that
Cool.
last time. I meant to, but I forgot.
Nice job, Morgoth.
So your big, huge crystal is no more. If you want, you can have gathered up the pieces and put it
Yes.
into the thing. Because
do that.
might still be
Yes.
able to turn it into powdered or powdered form of it.
Yeah, we'll pick up the
Yes.
pieces.
All right.
Nice going.
All right, so what do you guys
Hey
do?
man,
So
you
like I
guys should
said,
double check by now.
Well, guys,
from up
this
ahead,
is
you can hear
definitely bat
squeaks.
poo,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure the squeaks up ahead are bats. Now, are they regular bats, or are they bats that are going to try to kill us?
Alright, so
Probably the latter, so we
you-
should be on guard for the killing bats.
You come to another hall, cavern, where you see part of it falls away into a chasm, of which you cannot see the bottom. Crawling all over the ceiling and walls are hundreds, if not thousands, of bats.
Interesting.
I don't do that.
Are they scared of our torch?
They don't seem to be doing anything. They're moving around in the light, but they're not currently going after you. You're not sure if that's just because they're okay with the light or because you're being quiet. You're not sure what. So
Can
What do you
I
guys wanna do?
perform a nature check or some other check to determine which of those two things would be the reason they're not trying to
Can
kill us
I
yet?
perform an animal handling check?
you can do a nature check, yes.
All right. I got an 18.
You think that more than likely you just need to be quiet moving through here. They're probably okay with the torch, but
All right.
But
Let's not
noise is
make
probably gonna
loud
be more.
noises because they will swarm, and that sounds bad.
possible. So if you're going to try to go move stealthily through the chamber, then everybody give me a stealth check, and I do mean everybody.
Let us stealth. Oh look, Morgoth rolled a 1.
That's a 10.
No, my thing hit it.
All right, so what do we got here? We got
I gotta make my
Morgoth
stealth
with a
check, sorry.
12. We've got Andal with a 24. We got Halton with a 16. What does Silva got?
Alton's out here
I
rolling.
got
numbers.
it. We got it.
Silva's
Oh.
got a 4. All right,
That was
well,
gonna be a 20.
group stealth and all that. You guys start moving across the chamber. You will have to make another one about halfway through. So start your movements. So far, other than stepping in
Where's-
some back guano, they seem to not be doing much.
What is this halfway?
Yeah, thereabouts. You'll have to make another
Alright.
one at about that point. That sounds fair. So everybody make one more check.
Oh, that was almost 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got
I nailed it.
21, 16, 19, and 14. All right. You guys seem to continue to be quiet and as you go across. And you kind of make it all the way around. Does anybody check in this chasm or anything?
I'll look in it. Why not? What's down
I'm
there?
just asking. I mean, you can't see the bottom, so I was just asking.
Is it warm like the other one?
It is not, but you can hear water.
Hmm.
You can hear the river, like a river running through it.
Geronimo.
But it's really hard to hear over the bats. Like the only reason, like you just barely hear it.
All right, that's interesting. Looks like the river still exists in some way. Maybe the water table went down, so it went down further.
It's possible. Yeah. All
All
right.
well, let's leave the bats.
All right. You leave the bats, and 1 second.
This is a interesting looking room.
You enter into another relatively large chamber. As it kind of goes down again into a chamber filled with lots of bat guano. This room is full of bat guano as the bats most likely fly this direction in the evening to leave the caves, which should give you a clue about something. Something stirs in the guano, and a giant centipede crawls from underneath the poop and scurries towards you. First, now I have to find my...
Now we have to find the centipede.
Yeah, where did I put them? Well, I guess I never put them in here.
Damn.
I guess I never put them in here. So, wow, that's rather large.
Oh my god.
What in the crap is that?
Giant centipede. Let me check what it's supposed to be.
I'm going to start
it's not
counting
the,
legs.
It's not the right size. That's why I've got to check it. That's why I was like, what the heck's going on there?
That's a very large centipede for to be just living off of. That makes more sense.
Just a second. It's also supposed to be a 1x1. There we go.
Is it like a swarm of centipedes?
No, it's just it's large. It's small sized, but it's just
Is it an enemy?
But I'm using an overhead token, so
No, Cole, it's definitely not going to try to hit us.
So it just all right. So there's one there. Let me do the following. Assign it. There we go. So now I forgot to update this when I did it. All right. So you see 3 of these things crawl out of there, and now we will do a combat again.
Yay! Centipede.
All
This
right.
sounds awesome.
As these centipedes start to, can you guys see or can you?
There's no
No,
combat.
the combat has not started.
That's
What it
weird.
says.
I know, but there we go. Why is it not showing up on the thing? It's showing up for me.
I don't know. I cannot roll initiative.
That's weird. Like, you're right. It's not showing up on the other one either. Why in the heck is this not? Yeah, it's not showing up for you. All right, so I'm going to end it. There we go.
Oh, Morgoth's in it.
Well, because I'm doing it, I ended it. Maybe I forgot to end the last one.
Maybe?
All right, you guys all no. Everybody should
Not
be
in
in
it.
it, but only
Only
Morgoth,
2 of us are in it.
and not even the centipedes are in it.
This is going.
I think the
Oh,
There we go.
I think the
There we
server
go.
is having some issues.
probably. I'm in it
seems.
now. Although I only see 2 centipedes as opposed to
I
3.
know it's supposed to. Something is going on today. It's not happy. Well, at least on my tracker, they're all there. So everybody's there on my tracker. All right, so let us begin. Andal, you are first.
I'm first.
Yep. What it says. You have a 22.
Well, that's pretty awesome. 1 second. Read something. Excuse me. All right. Well, I'm gonna have my bow out for this because I got hurt by the face thing, and I don't feel like getting touched by these. That seems really annoying.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot it with my bow.
Okay.
And by it, I of course mean that one.
Okay.
And I'm going to crit him for fun.
This one. All right, you hit it.
This one.
Yeah, you hit it.
Critical hit.
And
I'll just roll max 10.
it just
Disintegrate.
yeah, it kind of just disintegrates. It pretty much just immediately dies. That was fast. Okay.
I haven't rolled that much damage in a long time on a character this low. Let's go.
Okay, who's next?
I need to get rid of one. Wait, did he use one of my arrows? Crap, I don't know how much I had.
Pretty sure we
Oh,
fixed
let
it
me-
so that it did.
Let me intern. Did I? I don't remember if I fixed this one.
All right, so
You
Halton.
didn't
Did I not
turn.
hit it?
Why did somebody hit the arrow?
I didn't hit
Halton was
any
1,
arrow.
2, 3.
I might have hit it on accident because my screen is still
Or-
showing me not ended turn, but I think my thing is lagging again.
Yeah, everything's lagging. Something is just going weird right now. I'll have to figure it out later.
I think I did
Um,
use one.
He
I
swings
think I
with
did.
a scimitar and attacks. Normal roll.
Hiya!
And hits it for sure. I think. Yeah, armor class of 13. He definitely hits it. And does not enough to cut it in half. It is still up. Morgoth.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh, that's the damage. Stabby, stabby.
You hit.
What? Stab.
And you cut it in half.
And I stomp on it for good measure.
All right. Silva. There's one left.
I will shoot it.
Okay. With what?
A gun.
All right. Okay. You miss it.
God dang it.
You miss. It goes wide and hits in the ground, and a little bit of bat guano kind of up in the air.
Ha, take that warning shot.
All right.
Almost
Now,
centipede.
this thing is going to attack Halton with its bite. And here it goes. And it actually hits him. And it does 5 points of damage. And he needs to make a saving throw. So let's go to Halton. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Which he makes, so he doesn't take any extra poison damage. All right.
Centipedes are poisonous?
Yep, these are.
Oh, okay.
All right, and now it's Andal's turn. There's one of these centipedes left.
I'm gonna shoot it. And cause it physical pain.
Okay,
And just go up on it and stomp it.
that hits, and you hurt it enough to kill it because it had 1 hit point left.
Nice!
And so ends.
I was gonna get
that
sneak attack
combat.
damage too.
So ends that combat.
Alright, well, if we look down these two hallways,
Alright,
which
so you got
direction does the bat
two-
guano go?
It's hard to say.
Either.
The one to the northeast seems to head down relatively steeply. The one to the northwest seems to stay at about the same level you're currently at, and you're not really seeing much guano. Probably because at a certain point they've flown out, and they're already flying out, and it's gone. So which way do you want to go?
Do we
Eeny,
want
meeny,
to go
miny, moe,
down,
catch a
or do we
turtle
want to
by the
go
toe.
up?
If you honest, let him go. My mother told me to choose you. Down it is.
All right. Morgoth plays a
Morgoth
game
is-
with himself, and then we go this way.
Morgoth decides to go down.
He's one with the torch.
Blow it down there, Morgoth.
Alright.
Jeez. It'd be nice if you'd let me give you some directions. I'm gonna have to start pausing it because of you're trying to go too fast here. All right, so you guys head down. You go down for about 60 feet, and it goes down relatively steeply, like about a 20-degree incline, which is pretty steep. So you feel that you go down maybe 30 feet for the 60 feet you go, which would be 45, but whatever, you know what I mean. It seems to go for quite a bit. And then you come to this chamber, up to here. As you enter this chamber, you see what looks to have been some kind of long-term camp. Some straw piles, which were probably beds, lie against this wall here that you can see in front of you. Black streaks are caked on the walls amongst the cave, and the black streaks are caked on cave formations. Behind several of the stalagmites, you can see the scat of some sort of creature, as well as other bits of trash, such as broken leather belts or rags. Clearly, not too long ago, some humanoid creatures were using this as a shelter. What do you guys want to do?
Like, how not?
Do the things look goblin-like?
I don't know. Give me an intelligence check. Or a nature check is fine, too.
Would a survival check work?
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to tell with the... I mean, you're going to have to go further into the cavern to really tell. The straw here is not big enough to be human sized, so it's definitely a smaller humanoid of some sort. So maybe. That's what that nature check gives you. You guys going to go into the cavern or what?
I don't know. I'm following the torch boy.
So, I mean, coming over here, you can see that this thing is, there's a central kind of pillar in the center there, or at least it kind of goes around in two ways. You can see debris and stuff behind some of these, behind some of this stuff right here. What are you doing?
I think we should be very cautious. There might still be rude people in here.
It gets to there. So yeah, as you get further in, it's very clear that definitely something was using this as some kind of camp-like area. But I mean, you can use a survival check to see if you can figure out when it was last in use. It's sort of a tracking kind of thing. Yeah, it looks like this hasn't been in use for maybe 6 months.
Okay.
It seems to be about that long since they were last used, from what you can tell.
Looking around in like the straw piles, do we find anything like useful? Like if I investigate them, do I find anything
Sure,
besides just
give
broken
me
stuff?
perception.
Oh, perception.
Investigation is fine. You're looking.
I already
through it,
rolled
so-
perception, but
Well, it's going to be the same. Well, maybe not. It's 3 plus
I
whatever.
will do the investigation.
I'll roll this one too. Is that better? What do you think?
Well, it would have been 3 plus 4, so it would have been a 7. You don't really find anything in that set of stuff there. Silva, are you going to look or anything?
I'm gonna try, but I can't.
I have no idea what you're saying because your
There it is.
microphone is still screwed up. You should probably get a new one. You find a knife in there, like it's a usable knife. It's definitely goblin sized though, so it's probably pretty clear that these are goblins.
Goblinos.
Or the
Or
big
this guy.
gerblins.
I will say that over in this section, over where you were just at, Andal, there was a like a pile. It looked like it was probably a pile of furs and stuff like that. That's really gross, like pretty matted down and stuff like that. But it's a little different than the rest of the stuff, the rest of the like straw areas and stuff like that. And it does vaguely remind you of what you saw at that first garrison. Like, remember the one guy was sitting in on a bunch of furs while he was talking to the one goblin was. So it's vaguely similar to that.
So, is it possible the big dude was here at some point?
Oh, I'm just who knows? I mean, it may be that all goblin war chiefs or goblin leaders sit on furs and stuff because they have a big sense of self or something. Who knows? I'm just saying that it does look similar. That's why you kind of figure it's probably goblins.
Coolio. What is over here?
All right, so you guys keep moving, heading to the south here.
Yeah.
Heading through this cavern again, you can see what clearly were some of, clearly the creatures, probably goblins, use some of this area as well for a latrine and stuff like that. It doesn't really smell much anymore because they've been long gone, but you can see that it comes upon a chasm again where there once was a bridge. Ahead lies a broken stone bridge. Only a few bits of stone on either side remains. Water can be heard deep in the chasm, and the high-pitched screeches of the bats can be heard to the west. The cave seems to continue on the other side, and a slight purplish glow can be seen.
So, do we want to go across?
Nah.
I'm not gonna
Nah.
make that jump.
That's like a 20-foot jump. You can't make that jump.
Well, if we have to come back here, we'll come back here. But let's check that other direction first. It's probably the best plan. Because that way it might be... We don't know if this is the way out. It could just be that they were here and then they would go back up. They picked this place for, like, strategic positioning or something. Can I grab my character or what? There we go. Right.
All right, so you guys are heading the other way.
Yes.
All right. Moment. Again, for a second. Good. All right, so you guys keep going and start heading to this northwestern tunnel. Again, you can see cave formations as this goes through. Eventually, you start to come upon what looks to be a bunch of rocks and stuff. And you start to see that you're having to pick your way through what looked like maybe some kind of rock slide or something like that. There's a lot of rock up here in this front section. You guys gonna move forward or what? You guys. I'm just
So the
here.
terrain is difficult.
Yeah, the terrain gets more difficult. Excuse me. I just have to walk through things. Sorry. 1 second. Stop right there. I'm trying to pop out some journal entries here real quick. All right.
You there.
I need
Stop
Halton
right
to
there.
catch up. Silva, you get up to there, past several rocks like chamber. Inside, you can hear the mewling of some kind of animal. Looking in, you see several lynx kittens. Standing between you and them, however, is a very angry lynx mother. Unfortunately,
We have to fight the lynx?
The lynx.
Oh, no.
I don't think you have to fight the lynx.
Yeah.
It says panther, but definitely a lynx. What do you guys want to do?
Walk away.
Do we know ways to...
Can I use animal handling to calm them?
It's very clear, Morgoth, that you can see the light of day towards the north here. As it starts to brighten up, it's very clear you're reaching the edge.
Yeah, that's cool. But can I use animal handling to calm these lynxes?
That's what I asked.
You can try.
No one... Brian, I think you cut out because no one heard you ask that.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least I didn't.
If you everybody give me an initiative check then. We're gonna have to put ourselves into initiative mode. Hopefully it did everything correctly this time. It did. It says panther, it's not actually a panther, it's a lynx.
It's also faster than everybody else.
The lynx.
Yeah, the lynx is.
So here we go. Begin combat. We're not really combating. The lynx growls at you guys, but it just holds its ground. It doesn't come at you.
Don't hit it.
Andal, what are you doing?
Animal handling isn't my forte.
So
but
let me do it.
If you wish to move in this rocks, it's difficult terrain, so every square is two moves.
You guys keep moving toward the attic. I can handle these guys.
I will walk to like over here ish then,
All right.
because this isn't really what I'm good at. I don't want to mess.
All right. Silva.
Oops.
It's on top of me.
I mean, you can move 3 squares, so I mean, and you can double move if you'd like. I'm not saying you can't. You don't.
I'll go right there.
All right. Halton goes. Whoops! I still have everybody selected. 1. I should really move Halton over here. 2. That's 2, 3. He says, "That's a wild animal there, Morgoth. I think you should just let it be. Let's just get out of here." And then he goes 1,
Kitty.
2, 3.
Kitty.
All right.
Lynx.
Morgoth, your turn.
Goodbye, kitty. Oh, I'm gonna.
You didn't want to try to do your animal handling?
I mean, I could.
You can do whatever you want. I'm just. Morgoth, Halton is just saying.
Oh, you suck.
Yeah, you kind of make soothing noises and kind of move a little bit closer, and it goes at you.
It does not like you.
And starts
It
growling
sucks.
even more. Remember, you can only move 3 moves because it's difficult.
What's 3?
terrain. Okay.
What's 3?
All right. The panther moves.
If that thing runs out of here and tries to hit me, it's your fault.
Moves up to here and growls at you guys, but doesn't go any further. What do you guys do?
I'm continuing to move.
Which way, up or down?
Great question.
You guys have made it to what looks to be a cliff overlooking one of those kind of runoff gullies things. And
How
as
far
Halton comes
down?
out, he says, "Oh, I know where we're at." Seeing
Cool.
how he brought you here.
Which way do we go?
So we will end the combat because the creature is not going to follow you guys, as long as you leave it alone. And he says, "Oh, we just got to climb down, and then we can head around. This will catch up to that previous gully, not too far away here, maybe like a couple 100 feet, 300 feet, something like that. If we could follow along this cliff top here, this cliff top right here, but that's not going to help us. It's just hard going. We might as well get down into the gully again." So,
All right, I'll climb down.
all right.
Good to meet.
Well, you
I'll
can
give somebody a rope
you can
and
just give somebody a
I'll
rope
climb
and
down.
climb it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tie the
We
rope.
could
away.
also
And,
peat on a rope.
So
in
you
if we want
guys,
to.
you climb down, and it's about late afternoon. So we're just you guys are. This is the end of this part of the adventure. You guys climb down, and it's late afternoon. Halton says, "We're not going to make it back to Raventhorpe tonight. We can move out of here, or we can just find a spot and camp around here. I would say away from the lynx, because she's probably going to go hunting at some point and not be so happy with us."
I like that idea.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you guys head around the edge, and sure enough, you come out, and even you guys start to recognize, oh yeah, there's the garrison, and you can see that there's a massive landslide, a massive amount of rocks that are covering the whole thing. Like if you didn't know where it was, and the fact that there was a thing there, you would not recognize that those ruins are there.
Yeah, I would like to, at some point this evening, like there before the long rest, map this out, draw this out on my map.
Oh, do you want my colored pencils again?
All right, so you guys, he finds a spot that's kind of out of the way, in case Darvin and his gang are still around, even though it's been, over almost 2 days. So you guys stay overnight. It's been 24 hours, so you assume that they're gone. But just in case, he finds a little out of the way place, and you guys set up camp. During that camp, Silva, you start trying to pencil in and jot down kind of things where this is at in relation to the map. Give me a intelligence roll. It's a straight intelligence roll.
Okay. There it is.
No, oh, there it goes. All right, you're able to get it in there, at least in a decent amount. Not a super high DC, because some of the things you have. Anybody else doing
Could I
anything this
assist?
evening? No, he got it in. She got it in there. It's
I
fine.
got it.
It worked.
I am going to be fusing some items.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna do some of my infusions.
Okay. Well, that's morning, I thought, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just making it known
Okay.
that I will be doing it.
Okay. Anybody want to do anything else? All right.
I shall scout the area around us.
Okay. Give me a survival check or something. So you're looking.
Yeah, survival check. Boom.
So you go and looking around, and you can see where Darvin and his guys must have climbed back down and headed out. They definitely have left. Looks like what you can see looks to be maybe about a day old.
We're clear.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything? Otherwise, we will do a long rest along with watches, and then I'll have you tell me who's doing what watch.
First.
Who's first?
Me.
All right.
I guess I can take second.
I will do third.
Okay. During the second watch, Silva, you're kind of sitting out there. It's still overcast. Remember when you guys went in the day before, it was overcast with a slight drizzle. It's still overcast, but the rain, if there was rain, it happened while you were inside the garrison or inside the caves. It's a little bit wet on the ground, so clearly it rained at one point. But it's still overcast right now during your overnight. What's your passive percent?
Passive
Is 12. You think maybe you hear something as you're kind of sitting there by the fire. You want to do anything?
Perception check for it. See if I see anything.
Yeah, you can do a perception check now.
Ugh.
You kind of look around and you don't see anything though. You continue to look, and that's when you hear Halton go, shh. And you can see he's looking over in a particular direction. You thought he was asleep, but clearly he was not. And when you look in that direction, you can see the telltale glow of two eyes looking like reflected in the fire. It's probably that lynx.
I'll kind of like
You
just be quiet and hope it goes away.
Moving, kind of moves around the entire perimeter of the camp, kind of looking in every so often, and you can see it blink every so often. It's kind of creepy, because all you're seeing are the glow of these eyes, from the reflection from the low fire that you guys currently still have. And then at a certain point, Halton goes, "Scat!" like really loud, and you see it blink real quick, and then you don't see it after that.
Okay. Cool stuff.
The rest of your one goes pretty smooth. Andal, you pretty much do what you need to do, watching around. As it gets down to morning, you can see that that some of the overcast clouds have started to break up a bit, and you can just start to see the twin suns as they come up in the east. You guys are on the eastern side of the mountain, so you can definitely see them. Well, you can't because you're in the gully, so never mind. You expect that you will see the twin suns today. It is morning. Everybody can do a long rest.
Cool.
Where did I put Halton? Oh, there he is. That was confusing. Long rest. All right. Okay. Halton gets up. You guys make some breakfast, and he's like, "All right, we got a bit of a trek today. We'll get back to Raventhorpe before nightfall, but probably not to Tanovar unless you guys really want to push it. I'll be leaving you guys at as we get closer to Raventhorpe, I've got some business to take care of, but I'll get you back to there.
Okay.
Sounds good. Set back.
All right, so you guys start heading back. He takes you back through the ravine. You know, you climb through some of the stuff, through some of the foothills of the Learvars. You kind of remember the way. Like, it's not like you guys were you were totally paying attention, but at the same time, you were paying attention enough that you think if you had to, you could probably figure your way back here. I mean, it'd probably require a survival check, but not a difficult one. And by about noon, you get back to the spot where, remember last time as you were coming up, he stopped you for lunch. You get to about that same spot. You can see in the distance, it's starting to clear off, and you can see the twin suns, as well as, no, that's all you can see. And then B, you can see the small little plumes of smoke coming from Raventhorpe, as well as the bigger plumes coming from the furnaces in Tanelvar, far to the east. And you, again, nothing seems to be untowards. No one, you don't seem to be bothered by anything or anyone. And you make it all the way to Raventhorpe, you know, following the track. It eventually becomes sort of the trail. You pass by the roads that lead to, or the tracks that lead up to a few farmers and one vintner, and continue on into Raventhorpe by about, I don't know, mid to late afternoon. Like, if you were to go to Tanelvar, you'd get there maybe late at night. Late at night, meaning like 10 p.m. or something like that. So, but at this point, Halton's like, it's good going with you guys. You guys had to do some weird stuff. If you do need any help or anything looking at some of those other ruins that we saw on that map, look me up. But I gotta go do a few things. I gotta go check all my traps and stuff like that. I will bid you adieu. Do you give him any money? Of the money?
I give him 10 gold.
How much money did we find?
Well, you found 200 gold. You found 200 of those gold coins in there. You found a good 30 or 40, like at least 100 or 200 silver or copper. I mean,
I give him 10 gold.
all right.
That's it.
Okay, fine. 20 gold.
That's fine. I'm not. You do what you guys do. I'm making.
There, I gave him
just
20
asking.
gold.
All right. So you give him 20 gold. All right. He says,
Thank you for being with us, friend.
Thank you. Good luck on your endeavors. And he heads off towards the north.
I hope you have
off the
good
path.
game catching.
So do I. So leaves Halton. You guys are at Raventhorpe. What do you want to do?
I think we should spend the night here and then go in. Because I
Well,
don't know
wouldn't
if
it
we
be
want to.
better if we went on the roads to Tanelvar and night, so what's his
No.
face doesn't see us?
He's probably already back.
Exactly.
So how would being on the road at night help us then, Cole?
Because it would be harder for him to find us.
Up to you guys. I'm just here.
We could probably spend the night at Caster's.
Like, you can make it to Tanelvar. You won't be able to go into any gated portion of the city, which is really just the merchant district at this time. But you would get in late. It would be dark.
And we could stay at Caster's, most likely.
Well,
I'm not hearing any no's.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Cole?
We could go in there at night, have a sort of masked approach just in case what's his face is, you know, there, and just spend the night at Caster's.
I don't know if we need to be that sneaky about it, but okay. What do you
I mean,
think,
you never know.
Andal? What do you think, Andal? I don't know what the voice was.
I would imagine they have some sort of monitoring on the places that we would frequent, especially Caster, because they don't want us talking to him and stuff like that. So, most likely if we show up at night, they'll probably be watching it anyway. So,
Might be better to
arriving-
have light.
yeah, we might not see them, but they would probably see us. So it's probably better to just show up in the day, because they'll see us regardless. So I think we should spend the night here and then head in tomorrow. I think is the play.
If we had light, Andal is correct. There, he's gonna have Kester's place hidden out or staked out because he knows that's who we're hired and that's who we
He
don't
also
want
thinks
to
we're
go.
dead.
Well, either way, he might still have it posted just in case. I think light would probably help us on the approach because it's, they might things in the open broad daylight in the city limits.
We can sleep here.
All right, you guys head into the wagon.
Indeed.
The wagon inn. You open the door and walk in, and Bronner says, "Ah, my good friends, it's good, so good to see you again. Would you like your same rooms? They are open."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
What is it, like 1 silver?
Yes, it's 1 silver. He pulls off the 3 keys and he says, "For you guys, I will give you a deal. You can have each room for 1 silver, and I will throw in 2 drinks on the house because you are such good customers."
Okay.
He gives you the
So
keys.
I will definitely take you up on that offer.
He gives you the keys. What do you guys do at that point?
I have a drink.
Yeah, it's drink time.
Okay. You hear him say, "Marla, we have some of our regulars out here. Could you bring out some of the cheeses that we have, the good ones, not the ones with the stuff on it?" And a few farmers look up at that like, "Huh?"
Uh-huh. He's like,
And this is the first time you've actually heard somebody in the back kitchen says, all right. Why are you so demanding tonight? Jeez." It's like, we have guests who keep on paying good money to us. And after a bit, a woman comes out. Normally, you guys you guys find a table, but normally you're waited on by a boy who's maybe 12, or a girl who's probably about 14. But this time, a woman comes out, and she's middle-aged. She looks similar in age to Brunner. And she has got a scarf over her head. You can see she's got a little bit of weight to her, but not overly so. For someone who's probably the cook, I mean, because you can see the cook apron and stuff like that. She's clearly not sampling her wares too much. And she brings over this platter of cheeses and sets it down on the thing, and says, "Here you go. Brunner said you wanted good cheeses, so this is the best we've got." And the cheeses look okay. I mean, like a cow's milk kind of cheese and cheddar or something like that. They look all right. And also there is a small loaf of bread with it as well. And then she says, "Good to see you," and she bustles back into the back.
Thank you.
A couple other notables. She's got dark hair with some streaks of gray in it. But one thing you notice as she set it down and her sleeves come up a little bit, she has a tattoo on the inside of both of her wrists. The tattoo looks kind of like interlocking chain links, is what it kind of looks like. And that's about it. Like, you can only see sort of the beginnings of that as it goes up into her upper armor lobe. And then she heads back into the back of the kitchen, or back into the kitchen, and Bruno's like, we will get you some ales here very shortly." So you guys sit down and partake in food and drink.
yes. Do I, since I get around and associate with some people might not be the most upstanding of citizens in my line of work, do I recognize the tattoo that she has? Have I seen other people who have similar stuff?
Give me an intelligence or a history check, which is an intelligence check if you don't have history. It looks vaguely familiar. you something tugs at your memory, but you can't quite place it at this point. You just can't quite place it. It's like you've heard of this at some point in the past, but you just cannot place. Well, 13. Yeah, okay. 13 is probably good enough. Some of the indentured serfs that end up working the mines or are indentured and on some of the farms and stuff would have that kind of tattoo. Usually, what happens is when they become free or unindentured or work off their
Debt.
their debt, there will be something added to the tattoo to signify that they are free and clear. You didn't necessarily see that on hers.
Hmm. Interesting.
She's also clearly diary, by the way.
Hmm.
So is Brunner. So is most of the people here that you've seen in Raventhorpe. They're all pretty much diary.
Does Brunner have the same tattoo or no?
He does not.
Interesting.
Anybody else doing anything?
No.
The only other thing I wanted to do is ask Brunner if it's the people who, I forgot his name, the people who dropped the mountain on us came through here or not.
Darvin and those guys. So you
Yeah, I
ask him
was
about
gonna-
any people that came through in the last day or so?
Yeah.
He says there was a guy with about, I don't know, 6 other people. They came through here yesterday. Or was it yesterday? No, it was early this morning. It was this morning. They came through about I don't know, maybe mid-morning, and they said I lost his voice suddenly. They were complaining about the accommodations. They were not very good. They were not very nice people.
Hmm. Does Darvin have any recognizable features I could ask? If you had
you've
noticed.
seen him before. He looks like
Yeah, I know,
this.
but does he have anything that, like, I don't remember what he looks like.
Lost
Like a
his-
scar.
I have lost his picture. There we go. Townsfolk. Darvin. Artwork. There's. He has
He looks like me.
He has. Well, I can only do so much for the faces.
No, I know.
He has several piercings and sort of a goatee, dark hair. He kind of describes Darvin to you. When you describe him, he's like, yes, those guys came through.
Okay. So yeah, he's definitely not here right now. He's probably
No,
back
he
in
is not
Bar.
After that, while you're eating the cheese and drinking your ales, your couple of free ales, you overhear one farmer kind of complaining to another one about, yeah, my goats. Something got into him last night. I don't know what the heck it was, but whatever creature it was, it ripped them apart, and I don't know. It ate quite a bit of the insides. He sort of implies like it was eating the stomach, and like all the innards were pulled out of it. It's weird though, because like there was one found that way, but there was a couple more that were just completely missing. This is what you kind of overhear them talking about. And the other guy's like, yeah, I had a few chickens go missing a couple nights back too. It's kind of, I don't know what's going on. Either people here are starting to not be as trustworthy as they once were, or something else, or maybe some creature, some animals kind of getting into things. So you kind of overhear that. Otherwise, it's pretty much the normal. That's the only unusual thing you hear. Everything else is the normal banter about, crops, and we're at harvest. We're currently at harvest tide, so they're starting to harvest the crops and things like that, and that sort of stuff. So there's complaints about the current tithe that the Baron is asking for. Every now and then you see them kind of look over at a guy, and you realize that's probably the farming overseer that's here in the city, in the village, that oversees all the different farms for the Baron.
Yeah.
And then they kind of hush down a little bit and talk about things for a bit. For the most part, these farmers, it's the normal stuff. Like the overseer the farming guy doesn't seem to take that bother or notice to it. And even the last time you were here, this was kind of the same kind of conversation. Different than the last couple of times. There is no entertainment. There is no bard or anything. This time. Anything else you guys want to do?
Nah.
The two farmers who were talking about losing animals, I was gonna ask them a couple of things.
Okay.
Like try to figure out like what area their farms are in, and like in terms of like how where they are in relation to some of the more forested area, more wooded areas.
Yeah. So you know for a fact that, I mean, as you get further west of town, it becomes more and more alpine.
Yeah.
For a bit. I mean, it's a scrubby like alpine. The main alpine stuff is on the other, is on sort of on the western side of the mountains, but it does become sort of a scrubby alpine kind of stuff. These guys are west and southwest of town, of the village. They're no more than like an hour and a half outside by walk. Most people are like, most of the, like this village is about 3 hours from Tanalvar. It services a bunch of farms that are basically about no more than an hour or two walk. Beyond 2 hours walk, there are no farms for going further into the mountains. To the south, there's maybe, you can probably get another 3 or 4 hours and you'll run into another small village, kind of like this one. To the north, there isn't another one, but to the northeast, there's another one. So, I mean, these are kind of the supporting villages of Tanalvar. They do all the farming and stuff like that. A lot of their produce goes into the city to support it. They tend to get things from the city, like the city has a lot of fish, so they will sometimes get fish that helps supplement their diet. But most of the farms here are things like wheat or goat or sheep farms, that kind of stuff. Most of the chickens and things like that are mostly for the village itself. Most of the vegetable gardens, again, are mostly for the village itself. Although, again, there is a winery, there's a vintner, a grape place, and a orchard not too far to the northwest of this. These guys are the ones that are more west and more west southwest. Is what
So
they
like
tell you.
the same direction we just came from, but the other way.
Yes.
Like they're south instead of north.
Yes.
Because we went north.
Something about that direction is familiar, but you're not sure what.
Appalinos?
What?
Because that's not the direction we went
Goblins.
first, right? That's not where the first place we went to was.
It
It
is
was like,
kind
that place,
of. Well, you went pretty much almost due west.
yeah,
with the
that
first
place was
one.
just due west, but that doesn't mean there's not another. That doesn't mean there's not another place that's down to the south that they could also be in.
Yeah,
Because do goblins typically eat the innards of things?
I don't know. Give me a nature check.
Because that's something they go out of their way to do.
In your understanding, goblins eat whatever the heck they can get their hands on, especially meat. They're scavengers.
It does seem weird that they would take 3 goats and then just like rip the crap out of one.
Yeah.
Maybe one was really hungry.
Yeah. Who knows?
Do I know if goblins typically have some sort, not like a mount, but like do they have like
A beast.
beasts that they have with them? At least the ones in this area.
So you've heard stories.
Sure.
Stories from people. I mean, you don't put a lot of stock in them. You've heard stories that some goblins ride particularly vicious dogs or wolves. But I mean, everybody puts like, nah, that's just people making stuff up to make themselves look better when they lose their livestock or something like that. But that's what you've heard stories of. And I would say that when you were at that other ruins with the goblins, you didn't see any evidence of any kind of beasts they would be riding. Just as an FYI.
Interesting. I think it's something we'll have to come back and investigate, but I think we should finish off the crap we did already.
Okay. You guys spend the night at the Wagon Inn. You can do another long rest. That you probably want to do that because that will give you back another one of your hit die. Because I'm going to do it for Halton. He
When
sleeps.
we wake up, the one that what did you last? The
Breaking up again, Brian.
dang it, really?
So
The one,
go ahead.
the infusions that I want to do that I did yesterday morning was on my pistol, and it was repeating shot.
Okay.
And the one that I want to do when we wake up today, because we have a crystal worth over 100 gold pieces.
You do. It's still kind of with the rest of them, but I'll allow it. I mean, you're going to have a jeweler kind of split one off to really, in the end. That's all I'm saying. But for now, it's fine. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay. And I'm making a homunculus.
So you're making an infusion on the pistol that is repeating.
That is repeating shot.
Repeating shot. And you're making a homunculus.
Yeah, because I have 2 infusions. So I'm using the 2 I have. That I can keep at a time. I can keep 2 infusions going at one time.
All right.
So I'm making homunculus. It's heart that I'm gonna make is one of those smooth stones that we found in. I remember I found a pouch. A sack with smooth stones.
Right. Really early. That was sling stones, basically.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use one of those.
For what?
As its heart.
Okay.
And for right now, it'll probably just look like what it suggests on the thingy, mechanical looking bird. I think that's what we're gonna go with for right now.
So a clockwork style bird with a goblin slingstone heart.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
He's a new addition to our family.
All right, you guys come back down into the thing, hand back over the keys. Brenner's like, "Thank you again. You come here anytime. We appreciate your stay. You're some of the nicest adventurers from Talanovato we've ever seen."
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll definitely be back there again.
I look forward to it.
All right.
You guys continue on and head east to Tanelvar. Again, roads this time of year are filled with wagons going both ways, usually because of harvest and things like that. Usually it's full wagons going with the direction you're going and empty wagons coming back. And so you pretty much run into no trouble and make it to Tanelvar.
When did the people say that cartographer was going to be back?
That was. Let me look at some sessions.
That was like 3 sessions ago. I don't remember.
I know. That's why I got to look it up. I just have to look at the notes from that session, from the session sojourns. Let's see here, sessions. Sojourns. So that was the 27th of Harvesttide, which was about 3-4 days ago now. They said he would be back in about a week.
So in a couple days.
Yeah, probably a couple days. Well, remember a week here is 10 days, so maybe about
it's been about half a
somewhere
week.
Between 3 to 5 days is your guess at this point.
I forgot. Week is weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do we know of any jewelers we can take our?
So you guys get into town. What do you want to do there? So far, no one seems to be watching you or doing anything. You don't notice anything suspicious so far.
Sell our crystals first.
All right. Well, the only place you probably are going to find jewelers is in the merchant district.
Okay.
To the merchant district we go, I guess.
All right. You guys head up into the gates here, as you are wont to do, right here. Wow, it's actually sized based on the
map.
The map size. That's kind of cool. You head up into the merchant district and through the gates here. You know that about down in here is where the map guy is. The potion guy was back up here somewhere. Give me an intelligence check to see if you remember there being a jeweler somewhere along this street. Now, I would also say, Silva, you believe that the best.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't remember any. Morgoth, you remember that there was one a couple doors down from the potion guy. But I will say, Silva, it is your opinion that an alchemist is going to pay you more for these crystals than a jeweler.
To the alchemist
The
shop.
jeweler will probably be able to split them apart for you, but he's going to look at these and go, "Well, I can't sell these in jewelry," because you remember that the glow from these things, they're still pulsing with the glow, but it ends after about 20 days. So it needs basically an alchemist is what takes these things and will turn them into lamps where he'll add magic into it, put it in a fixture of some sort, and then that can then control the glow and keeps it going. So the jeweler might find it like he might be able to sell this, but he's not going to be able to sell it for nearly as well as what an alchemist will.
Okay.
Is there an alchemist besides Caster, I guess?
Well,
I don't know
Caster's
if
an
he's-
artificer.
True.
I
Is there
mean,
an alchemist?
artificers can be alchemists. Alchemists can be artificers, but they're two separate guilds, technically. The potion guy is probably an alchemist. I mean,
We can go see what he thinks.
possible. Dios.
Dios. We should go see him then.
Yeah, you remember exactly where he was at.
I will side with Silva on that then, 'cause I'm sure she
so
knows more than I do.
I guess I would say artificers would want these too, because the artificers would make the lamps. Alchemists would basically crush these crystals up into a powder and use them in potions or other things, pastes and things like that. I guess I should really demarcate the two, because both of them will use it, but they use them in different ways.
Which one will we get more cash for?
It depends. Kind of depends. Like
Let's go see what
the
Dios
really
thinks.
really large crystal that you guys dropped probably would have been best served at an artificer, because he could have turned it into a massive lamp. The ones you currently have might be useful, like if wizards weren't basically outlawed in this city. Giving one to a wizard would probably give good money for them, because they could use them in staffs and things like that. An alchemist will pay you a decent amount for them, though. I mean, you're just gonna have to check around and see who pays for what.
Let's go see what Dios thinks about them. I think we should see what he thinks.
All right, you guys head on down to Dios's spot, which is right around in here. And just sure enough, his place is open. Actually, is it open? Hold on. We're on the 31st. I have to look at the calendar real quick. Give me 1 second. It's the months. He is not actually open this day. In fact, you realize it's the first day of the week it's the 31st. It's the first day of the week. And this is usually the day that many of the shops are closed. It's sort of kind of like from the merchant standpoint, it's kind of like the equivalent of their day off. The rest of the week, they're pretty much open, but not today. In fact, you would have remembered that on the way into town. So just as an FYI.
We should probably just go see Caster and show him all the other weird crap we found in the other place. 'Cause that's what he wants to see. And then we can go to the merchant district tomorrow with our crystals, and we should probably find someone who could appraise
Caster might
the.
want some of them too, possibly.
Yeah, I mean we got like 10 of them, right? And we have
We have
the
10.
shards.
We have the shards.
We have the shards of the
The
broken
shards
one.
would probably be better suited at the alchemist. Like he'll be looking at it and go,
So yeah, we can.
"Hey, I'll give you X amount of gold for that because I can turn it into this number of pinches of the dust or this amount of dust powder."
Yeah, so he can definitely give him that stuff, and then we can give him like 4 or 5 of the crystals, depending on whether he
All
wants
right,
them or
so
not.
we're gonna retcon that you didn't go to the merchant district because you realized his shop would probably be closed.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head to Caster's. You guys looking around to see if anybody's watching his place?
Nah.
I mean, we probably should.
I'm asking.
Keep
You don't have to be.
I mean, we've been around. I've been around his place a few times. Is there any areas that I would think would be suited for someone who might be trying to keep an eye on him?
Well, I mean, as you guys approach, you clearly see that there's two guys kind of lounging against a building across the street. Like he's in his own little kind of area near the wall that they're building.
Yeah.
He used to be off by himself, but as the city got built up, more and more buildings are getting closer. Across the about maybe 100 feet across is where the nearest building is from his, and there's a couple guys standing there. They look vaguely familiar, like maybe you saw them, right before you headed out this way, headed out to the new garrison.
KO time.
No, they don't seem to be moving towards you. They're kind of leaning up against the wall.
All right. Well, we should just go into casters, but I'll let the other two talk to him. I'm gonna keep an eye out one of the windows and see if I see if they're doing anything.
All right, so you guys head to his workshop door or his main door, or his house door. Okay.
Probably his workshop is most likely.
You rap on the workshop door, and you hear a yeah, come on in. Heading inside, you see him. He has that. Remember, you gave him that saber. He has the pommel off that saber, and the whole hilt's just taken apart. And you can see him kind of poring over it with a little eyeglass, magnifying glass. He's looking at pieces of it. He looks up at you when you come in, and you can see he's got like these 3 different like lenses down, and his eye is just huge on the right side, as you can see it through the glass. And he's like, "Oh, hey, you guys! I see you're still alive. That's such a good thing. Do you got anything new? Did you find anything else out? Do you know where the Citadel is?"
I will answer all of these questions once you take that eyeglass off.
He's like, "Oh yeah," and he flips up all the things, and it just looks normal again.
Oh, that's much better, Caster. We have some new goodies for you, yes.
Ah, good. What did you find?
I'll let the Artificer take that.
Okay. Well, we found some different types of the ammunition and different types of
Okay.
things that the ammunition is used
So
for.
you guys have
We have 4 guns.
cold balls, multicolored balls, the crackling energy balls, some red ones, a black one if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I have 3 cold white pellets that we didn't know what they did. 3 red pellets that glow on their own. 5 ink black pellets that I don't know what they do. 11 of the multicolored vibrating ones.
Right.
16 of the electric ones we found the first time. So I put those as electric because I was assuming we know what they do. I have 5 of the fire pellets left because I've used some of them, and then 10 of the cold
Actually,
ones.
you only have 3 of them left. I actually counted up through everything. You've actually fired.
Oh wait,
You
do I have
fired
that?
7 shots of the original.
I might have it marked in my inventory and I didn't change it.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I've been going through all the things, and you've taken 7 shots. So of the original 10 you got in that one tube, you have 3 left.
Okay, then I actually had it wrong. I have it written as only 2 left, so I must have miscounted.
Oh no, you have 3 left. I'm 100% sure on that.
All right, well, I'll change the number.
Because I just got through the last session yesterday, and you had fired like 3 more yesterday or something like that. So you still had a couple. You still had like 3 left.
That on this list.
All right. So there's that. You guys have the bolters. You have the shield. You have the studded leather that Andal is wearing.
Yeah,
You
I'm
have
wearing, and then we have the goggles that didn't have a
goggles,
strap on.
with no strap, and you have the circlet with the dark crystal in it.
Yes, that thing was also weird. I still don't know what that does.
So those are all the items you have. What do you wish to give him?
I kind of want to keep my gun. I like my gun.
Yeah, I'd like to keep
Oh, by the
some of
way,
this.
I also like the
you
armor.
now have proficiency in that gun. By the way,
Oh,
So,
puggers!
it's considered a simple firearm, and rogues have proficiency in simple firearms. Just like
Puggers.
the flintlock pistol you have, Silva, is a simple firearm, and you are proficient in simple firearms. What
Okay.
you will gain when you get to the gunsmith
Oh, wait,
stuff
this
is
is
you'll gain
freaking
proficiency
fire
in
pellet
martial
gun.
firearms,
Is it
which
both?
are heavier
okay.
guns and things like that.
Details.
Anyway, so it's I've been slowly fleshing out those rules better.
Yeah,
Okay.
The bolter itself doesn't have the ability to put proficiency on it.
Well,
The item in the thing. I'm just
yeah, I'll fix it. it will get
it's
fixed. Things we'll figure this out and make it
it's
all
fine.
work.
I was just checking to see if it did.
I'll
right.
have to change it to like a simple martial weapon is what I'll have to do.
Yeah,
even
then
though it's a
then it will
different
work.
kind, but it'll all be fine.
I mean, I'd like to keep my armor because I'm wearing
Well,
it.
I'm asking, like, you guys need to tell him what you want to tell him. Like, you can give him bolters, like you have an extra one, but you
Yeah,
don't
we
have
can
to
give him one of them.
You do not have to tell him about everything. He doesn't know. So
I think we should give him one of the bolters since we did find 4, and there's only 3
I'm
of
gonna
those.
give him my gun
all right,
Because Silva has 2 of them.
I do.
and
I'm
the
not
bolts
giving
that
him
go with it.
okay.
So that would
Which
be
one
10
do you know?
cold, 6 multicolor, and 6 white electrifying.
That's all the ones you have.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't know if all the ones I have written down are the ones I have. I
Well,
think most of them are the ones
okay,
I
so
found, but I
let's see
don't
here.
remember.
I
do
wrote the ones
have-
that I found and I have.
well,
Because I think
Hold
Cole
on.
found those on the top floor, but I don't remember.
Hold on.
anymore.
So I have it written down in the session. So let's see here. You report on episode 4. Let's see here. Rewards granted. Andal founds the shield with 2 translucent pale spheres crackling with energy in the main hall. You guys find 4 gun-like items: 10 small white, 10 red, 10 pale blue, and 10 white transparent. Each of you take a gun, and Silva takes 1. Andal took the red spheres. Morgoth took the cold spheres. Silva took the other 2,
Okay.
and a second gun.
Yeah, and then we found some other
5
ones.
multicolored spheres that vibrate slightly when touched. Andal was holding those. There's a silver necklace, which Silva has. There's a bunch of money. Goggles found in the commander's bedroom. Andal has with the 5 ink black. Studded
Correct.
leather with 3 green, 3 cold white, and 3 red are also with Andal.
Yes, because I found those 3
That's
wrapped things.
That's session 4. Session 5 was 2 rewards granted. The 6 multicolor and 6 white transparent with crackling energy are on Morgoth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the dark crystal with the eye patch Silva has. The dark crystal in the circular kind of thing. Just kind of a monocle.
I was
eye
going
patch thing.
to. I will give him the goggles, I think, mostly because I can't really use them because they don't have a strap, so maybe he can fix them and I can use them later.
Okay.
So I'll give him those.
All right.
What do I have? 3 fire left. I have 10. No, I
Alright,
think
so
Cole has the 10
Morgoth-
cold pellets.
Yes, I do.
Yes, Morgoth
I have 10
gives-
cold, 6 multicolor, 6 white electrifying.
Yeah, that's what he said. Morgoth gives caster a bolter, 10 cold spheres, 6 multicolor, and 6 electric. All right.
So I still
Andal
have-
gives up the goggles, but do
Yes.
you give him also the spheres that were with it?
The 5 ink black ones.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give them to him. Because what I'm actually pretty sure they do, I'm pretty sure they give dark vision. I don't know if it gives through
Or maybe
just
it
by
casts
what color
darkness.
they. Either it's a casting of darkness or it allows you to see in the dark. I'm pretty sure it's the latter because they came with goggles. So I imagine most likely.
But you give
those.
that to caster.
Yes, I'm gonna give him the goggles and I'm gonna give him the 5 ink black pellets.
Okay. Are you guys giving him anything else?
I think we've given him plenty.
I'm asking. He doesn't know. You're just here. He's like, here's the stuff. He's like, so I mean, as soon as you give him the bolter, he's like,
I'm
oh,
just gonna.
what is this? Oh my gosh! And Andal's kind of putting the goggles down next to him on the table, and he's like, almost not even looking at them. He's like, oh my gosh! Look at all the weird, look at all those crystals put together. Oh my gosh! This
Esther.
one's way cooler than the other thing. What?
I want him to sort of, I guess, appraise how much these dwarven coins would be worth.
What? I'm not an appraiser. I just
Yeah,
work
I
in
know. I mean,
stuff.
like, how?
I mean, they're
you
weird
know,
looking things. I mean, I don't know. You should probably take them to a money changer or maybe even a silversmith or something like that. They might be able to tell you based on
Yeah.
weight or something like that.
Yeah.
But
that's all I
and then he
have.
kind of notices the goggles on the table. And he's like, "What are these? Oh my gosh! Wow, guys, this is great. I owe you some stuff.
Money.
He goes, no. He goes, Fitzler. And that kind of clockwork thing that opened the door the last time you were here kind of comes over. And he says, "Go over and get that stuff. Get the pouch." And the thing goes, and then brings over a pouch, and he counts out 50 gold each for each of you.
Yeah.
So each of you get another 50 gold.
Go.
I will
Yeah,
tell
baby.
him my hypothesis about the goggles, and that if he does end up figuring out what they do, I would like to keep them if he doesn't want to keep them on himself after he knows what they do.
He's like,
So if you kinda want
okay,
them.
well, I mean, I got to look through this stuff. There's a lot of things here. I want to keep you guys on retainer. If you guys can find, like, I think the biggest thing we need now is to find some kind of book about how this stuff, or scroll or something. They had to have written this down somehow to like teach on to everybody. So there's got to be something like that somewhere. That's probably the next biggest thing we need is some kind of book or something like that, or a scroll or something that kind of describes what this stuff is at their level. We'll have to figure it out. It'll probably be written in ancient Dwarven. It'll take us a bit, but that's probably the next thing. Like, I can only figure so much out from this. Like, I have no idea how to create these spheres. I understand how they kind of work inside of the contraptions, at least with the bladed thing here, but I don't know how to make them, and that's probably the biggest thing that we need to figure out at this point. But so if you can find a library or an archive or something like that from these guys, that would be great. So I'd like to keep you on retainer to do that. I'll pay you 5 gold pieces each a day. To do this, and you'll get paid once a week. Basically, he's selling you 50 gold a week.
Sounds good to me.
But could we do like other stuff
Actually,
while doing that?
No, he wants to do 25 a week. Sorry, 25 a week, which is still a decent amount of money.
That's a decent amount of money. I mean, I think we can, yeah, because we can do other things. Like, I think we should do that farmer thing at some point. I think that'd be something.
I think right now I need to look at some of this stuff. But if you know some other places to look at, you should probably try to go there before potentially somebody else finds out about it. And you guys have that map that had at least, like, you know of at least one other spot that was different from the garrison spots on the map you have. You could probably go there. You also saw the map, you saw the bas relief map that you kind of now have a bigger map of. From that, you think you have a pretty decent idea of where the main citadel is, plus at least 3 other garrisons. Because there are more spots on that map. That's why, guys, I really need to give you guys an overline map, a regional map of Tamalvar and spots. So you know of other places you could go. Like, you could go to these other places.
I think we will definitely go to some of these other places.
Does anybody mention the crystals?
Oh yeah, we could probably show him some of them.
Remember, you have
He wants
two
to buy
groups
him.
of 5. I'm just asking if you guys are. You have 2 groups
I mean,
of
we'll
5.
show it to him. I'll say we found these if you want to buy them.
Oh, he looks at him and says, "Oh, Hyacinto. I had people trying to order some lamps and stuff. I'd buy them, but yeah, that's not really what I'm making right now." And then he kind of thinks for a second. He's like, he looks at the gun a little bit. He's like, "Can I look at one of them a little closer?" And he puts down those little lines in his eye.
Ah,
Gets big again.
jeez.
And he looks in the barrel of the pistol thing, of the bolter, and he looks a little bit at the crystals, and he's like, "I'll give you 500 for him."
For all 10 or just
Why?
5?
Why
For the-
so
For the
many
5 we
five?
showed
Yeah.
him. We
You only showed him
what
five.
I
gives
only
a
showed
5.
him 5.
Yeah,
So.
I'll give you
We showed him
500
one of the-
for it.
Why the sudden interest
Because I think they're being used to make this.
to make it?
Well, he shows you the crystal, and he's like, you can see the crystal inside is slightly purplish. It's not glowing or anything, and it looks like it's been cut very finely.
Okay. I'll sell him 500 gold.
Yep.
For these 5.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Done. I'm rich.
Whose eye fail face?
All right, so
Me.
you guys are kind of all doing this, and you hear a kind of a strange rap at the door, and Castor
Oh,
looks
great.
up, and he's like, "I don't remember expecting anybody. In fact, I
shush
wasn't
him.
really expecting you guys either. So,
I shush him.
come on in."
I
And the door opens up, and a guy walks in with a staff, and he looks like he's you ever think of those like Franciscan monks? He's like wearing long robes and he's got a hood that's kind of up, and he walks in and he throws the hood back and he says, "I've heard tell that you are looking for people to help you find dwarven ruins,"
Caster.
and that's where we'll end the session.
Ah,
All right.
we've found John's character, Pog. It's the lad himself. He's gonna be some. I don't know.
I don't have his
He can't
voice,
be-
so I can't give you his voice. But
Maybe he's a wizard. That'd be really funny.
but yes, he this guy walks in.
We have 2 illegal people in our group. It'll be great.
You don't know I'm illegal yet.
Yeah, you
I
have no
don't
idea
know
this
that,
is
but
illegal.
I'm talking outside of the thing.
And illegal is such a strong term. Hunted is probably the better term.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now that's the end of the session part. Now I have some questions for you because I want to do sort of another kind of character session 0 thing. I have 5 questions for you, some of which I want you to answer right now because I want it to be the first thing that comes into your head, and some of which you can go until next time. So let me bring up my questions here real quick. I find my plot.
Actually, pretty sure, Brian, that one broken bridge across the thing, there's probably more big crystals over there.
I'm sure there are.
So here are my 5
That'd be pretty
questions.
cool
So
to
the
go to
first ones, the first one I want you to answer now. So we'll start with Andrew, then we'll go Brian, then we'll go Cole. So the first question is, do you have any siblings, and what is your relationship with those siblings? So Andrew, do you have any siblings? Does your character have any siblings?
Yeah. No, I have 2 brothers. They're both idiots. Yeah. I have. Oh, I'm trying to remember what I thought about for this guy's backstory, and it's been a minute. I believe Andal has an older sibling.
Okay.
He
Brother,
has
sister?
a. No, I think he has one older brother.
Okay.
Who is.
I'm kind of wanting this one quick because I want it to feel like just you've been playing the character for a bit. I mean,
He has an older sibling that he doesn't really interact with that much. They're not on, they're not like super close because they're the difference in their age. By the time Andal is really like,
okay.
in his early teens, his sibling is already like gone on to like do his career and stuff. He I think he works in the I think he works with one of the mining magnates that
Okay.
are around here,
All right, that's cool.
which is part of the reason why Andal was kind of curious about about the thing that he asked about before. The first time we went to the Wagon Tavern, I forgot what he was talking about. It was something about the silver guy,
Yep, the
the silver ore people,
silver ore consortium.
because he doesn't know exactly what company he works for, but maybe he wants to see him at some point.
Okay. All right, that's you. Brian, does your character have a sibling?
Not anymore. It's dead.
Okay. Was it a sister, brother?
It was a younger brother.
Okay. What did he die from?
He died while they were on the road at some point. I don't have like an idea of what he
Okay.
died from, right?
No, that's
But
fine.
He
That's
died.
good.
He died while they were on the road. I'd say this is about a couple of years ago, maybe.
Okay.
4 at the most.
All right. Oh, does Morgoth have any brothers or sisters?
Yes. He has 2 twin sisters.
All right. What's his relationship with them?
He visits them often and supports them if they need to. Like they need it.
Okay. Do they do something in particular? Or
They are trying to become a jeweler artificer combo, but they're still in like the learning process.
Okay. How
They're
is that,
1 year younger.
How is that being paid for?
How's that? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm with your diary, so I'm assuming your parents are not exactly rich.
Oh no. They have like a not a side business, but like they're trying to they're learning the jeweler artificer combo, but they're also like what do you call it? What's the word?
Apprentices?
Apprentices?
Yes, that's the word.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about more of it. That's a good start. All right. Second question. What made you decide to be the class you are? So you know, we've got a fighter defender, we got a rogue, we got an artificer. So Brian, let's start with you. Why did Silva want to become an artificer?
She thought it was her way out of the endless moving from place to place, and and her brother died a couple years prior, because of that kind of lifestyle. So she was looking for a way out, and she thought if she could become an artificer and ingrain herself into this culture, she might be able to just settle down and go unnoticed.
Okay. Cole, why is Morgoth what he is?
Still in the middle of mine. Can you go to Andy first?
Okay, Andy, why did Andal become a rogue or a scout, sort of a spy?
He. So bad off the cuff stuff.
Well, this one doesn't have to be off the cuff. I mean, if you feel like you want to take some time on it, you can take some time on it.
I believe the basic outline would be because my character is of mixed ancestry, whereas his elder sibling is it's diary and what's the other one, right? What's the other one? His older brother is pure Surly, so he's like the
Okay, so your brother, so you're the bastard son of a minor noble.
something like that, yeah.
That works. Because, like I said, most of the Searly are nobles in this town. They don't.
Yeah, so
they're not
like
necessarily barons. They can be minor nobles, just lords and things like that. So,
yeah, so that he's more of the he's the son of we're both sons of a nobleman, but he is purely of the noble class, whereas I am not. Andal is not.
Yeah, you're the bastard son of some liaison that, All right, so that makes sense. Cole, back to you.
You ready to this? Morgoth wanted to become a fighter because he was used to protecting his sisters, who would get in trouble with the other kids because they don't like having comments made about them. And is also used to getting hurt from comments about his race and physical abuse about his race.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Last of the snap ones. Do you have a rival from your past? If so, why is he, she a rival? So let's start with Cole this time. Do you have a rival?
Hold up.
Andy, do you have a rival? Is your brother considered a rival?
I don't know if, like I said, Andal and him haven't really interacted that much, and that's mostly just because of the circumstances of their births and.
Yeah. Okay. So given that, do you have a rival from what you've been doing for the past 5 years, or something like that? Do you have a rival, someone who is out to make either out for themselves and stepping on you along the way, or you've wronged in some way, and so they have it out for you because of that?
Well, in Andal's line of work, he's spending a lot of he spent quite a few of his years spying on quite a variety of people, for various people who have asked for his services. So I don't know if he has. No, I would have to. He might have like one specific person who was like took it more personally, based off of whatever happened.
So not really a rival, but somebody who is out to get him.
Yeah, someone who might not be that happy about what he's done. So I'd have to spend more time thinking about that.
No, that's fine.
That sort of thing would be probably what would happen.
Okay. Brian, does Silva have a rival? No is a very valid answer. I'm not.
Yeah, she does not.
Okay. It's one of those things where some of you might have a rival, and that's how it is. Cole, do you have a rival?
Yes. His name is Ben Golfin, and he was one of the other captains in the Black Watch, and they didn't like each other. Okay. That's all I have right now.
All right, that's fine. All right, I have 2 more questions that you should take your time with over the next couple of weeks to think through and give answers to. First one is, what did you do for work? Or what do you do for work, sorry, and why did you leave that work to do what you're doing now? That's the first one. And the second one is, what is your biggest fear? It can be spiders, but so those. And granted, if you want to take the other ones and expound upon them as well as you can. So all the 5 questions that I have right now are: do you have any siblings, and what is your relationship with them? What made you decide to be the class you are? What do you do for work? Like, you're a class, but you got to make money somehow. So what do you do for work, and why are you leaving that work to try to do adventuring or do this exploring for Caster? And in this case, it's now a retainer from him, so this is now sort of your work. So why did you leave what you were doing before to do this kind of work? Do you have a rival from your past? If so, why is she a rival? And what is your biggest fear? So those are the questions to kind of start thinking through for your characters. You've had 6-7 sessions now to kind of fill them out a little bit, feel out the character a little bit. These are now trying to drive you to get more ideas about why he she is doing what they're doing, why they're doing what they're doing, and what's driving them. And then also giving me some answers to some questions to maybe start weaving some of your back histories into the story as we move forward. That is all I have for today. As you surmised, John's character entered at the very end of this session. He should be here for the next session, and then I'll let him run the guy. I specifically told him today that he would join the scene at the very, very end. Hopefully you guys are still having fun with it. And we'll keep going. We're not really done with the first adventure yet. We're about maybe halfway through.
Cool.
All right. Till next time.